bunch of niggas that don't have any wisdom to tell him that he's a motherfucking indigenous to America, when we can clearly see in your motherfucking face the ships that our people came on. I mean, we can literally see in your face the suffering that our people went through. We see it in your face. We see it in your dreads. And this nigga's got the nerve to say that he was related to those motherfucking indigenous people. Nigga, open your account back up. He's just like that retarded ass young nigga that runs around on the app. This nigga's gay as fuck. Young nigga is gay as a motherfucker. Runs around on the app taking sassy ass pictures, cosplaying as an indigenous person. Taking motherfucking pictures in full Native American dress. Niggas are on the spaces talking about Brother Black, be nice to him. He's young. Nigga, I ain't being nice to that nigga. Fuck is wrong with you niggas? You niggas encourage mental health issues. Niggas encourage dumb shit. I'm not encouraging that shit. Niggas too motherfucking young to get caught up in that shit. He'll be just as old as Cadillac old ass, sharing out motherfucking pictures of folks who don't look like him, talking about these are my ancestors. Then when he's 55, terrorizing your kids, terrorizing you all's kids who are 30 years old, he's 55, telling them they're not African. Then you niggas are gonna be like, man, we should have stopped that Hotep Jesus nigga. We should have stopped that dangerous nigga.
Shut your bitch ass up, hoe ass nigga, dick in the boot ass nigga.
No. Come up here upset. Tell us why you shared
fuck
that video.
Fuck you, bitch, nigga.
Unprivate your account,
nigga. You live on YouTube right now, bitch, nigga. I've been recording for
nigga,
hours, bitch, nigga. Fuck y'all.
That's all right.
I'm a content creator, bitch ass nigga. Yeah, bitch.
Yeah, you're ignorant ass.
Y'all some troll ass, hating ass, sucking dick ass bitches and niggas. All y'all in this room. Right. Hating ass niggas, right. Bitch. Get tribe name out your dick sucker.
We're hating.
All y'all.
We're hating. Trying to help your dumb ass out. That's what you think hate is? Help?
Fuck you, bitch.
Nigga, this is help, nigga.
Fuck
this
you,
is an
bitch,
intervention
nigga.
for you dumbass niggas.
Shut up, nigga.
Shut up, nigga. This is motherfucking intervention for you, nigga. This is to help your dumbass out. Make your account on regular, nigga. You got your tweets protected now. Tell us why you protected your tweets, nigga. Cause you knew we found that
mic,
shit.
Bitch, nigga. Mute your fucking mic, nigga. Shut the fuck up, bitch, nigga. You be up all fucking day, nigga. You been up all day, 8, 9, 10 hours on this space talking shit, bitch.
No, nigga, it's only been 3 so far.
Don't lie. Bitch, go eat some chicken or something, bitch ass nigga. Go.
Yeah, nigga, I'm gonna eat some chicken. Don't worry about that.
Them Pan-African bitch ass niggas y'all fuck with, bitch nigga. I'm from Louisiana, nigga. I ain't from no motherfucking Africa. Bitch ass nigga.
You're a motherfucking Indian, nigga.
You
now you're trying
right,
to talk
bitch,
like
nigga.
you're trying to talk like you're some type of motherfucking African American. Nigga, you're a motherfucking Indian, nigga. We saw that shit you shared out on your page, nigga. We saw that shit.
Nigga, don't talk about the Pan-Africans. Watch your mouth.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Take your account on private,
nigga.
Shut
your bitch ass up.
Take your shit on private, nigga.
You want to troll my page and go report my tweet?
Yeah, nigga, so we can make the folks live with us, nigga. They gotta see why I'm
You look like an 18-year-old, 53-year-old nigga.
Bitch ass nigga.
Yeah, you like
nigga, they need to see why I'm trolling your bitch ass.
Trolling your bitch ass. Why you think I'm in here,
you
bitch?
You ain't trolling me, nigga.
Fuck you.
Shut your transracial ass the fuck up, nigga. Ain't nothing Indian about your motherfucking ass, nigga. Not even close. You from the African tribe, nigga. What is you talking about, nigga? You from the African tribe, bitch, nigga. Ain't nothing native about you, nigga. You African.
Yo.
You from the Puerto Rican tribe, you bitch ass nigga. You ain't even black, bitch nigga. Yo, fake ass nigga.
Yeah, that's what you retarded niggas. Yo, ain't y'all tired of that joke? God damn. I'm the only one that posted actual paperwork that I'm a Black American. None of you bitch niggas posted no Indian paperwork. Ain't that some shit? I proved who I was before you proved who you was, nigga.
So what are you fucking doing to help the African American to fucking conquer the whites? Since you seem it's fascinating for you to say that.
What are you talking
Edward,
to?
Edward, chill, bro,
I'm
chill.
talking to
Not the
Ron.
space, bro. Not the space.
What are you
Not here,
talking to?
Edward. Chill, guys. Give him some grace, Edward. Just chill.
Yeah, because I saw I'm ready to run him down.
Please, Edward. Don't. I got you, baby. He's on the spectrum. Please.
Papa, fuck you.
But see, y'all keep saying give these motherfuckers. See, these are the ones, right? These are the ones we're talking about. I promise you, he wears skinny jeans, probably wears them down to his ankles. He probably posts YouTube content saying that he.
Wait a second. Who are you talking about? You talking about Edward? Talking about Edward?
No, I'm talking about the dude y'all just had in the what his name Cadillac Black. I mean, even the motherfucker's got a Google image of a Rolls Royce on his Twitter page.
Cadillac Black is a 19-year-old, 47-year-old man.
Right. So what do you think he
You're in the Matrix, brother.
does in real life? I don't. I'm tired of giving these motherfuckers passes.
Yeah,
What'd you
you're in the
say, brother?
Matrix. You're in the Matrix, brother.
What?
There you go.
You talking about me?
You're in the Matrix.
Oh,
Yeah, I think you're in the Matrix. Am I in the Matrix?
okay now?
No, brother. Are you recording the space?
All right, I'll hop out and get back in.
Let me get the sister. Who did you boycott? Sister, how are you doing today, sister? Yeah, I'm coming to you, Dirty Lightning. Sister, who did you boycott? Are you there?
Yes, Lord. How you doing, brother?
Doing
I
pretty
just popped in here to say hello. I seen your space, so I took a little break after my space. Saw your room in the hallway. Had to come in here and do some psyop for the family. I mean, it's a 24-hour duty to expose the psyops traitors that's been determined to bring my people down. I pray to God there's no psyops in this room. I'm taking notes. If you happen to see me in a space, make note of it. I'm doing psyop. Hope you're doing well, brother. I'm just gonna kick back and listen.
all right. I'm not gonna fire you up now since you said that. Because I was about to fire you up, sister. I kinda wanted I'm about to do it. Sister, I wanted to know what's going on when you say psyop. Because I consider FBA a psyop. Do you consider FBA a psyop?
No, I do not consider FBA a psyop. I consider FBA, ADOS, Freedmen, Negro, Black Americans. We're all cut from the same bloodline. That's what I consider. Not saying that we all on the same page with each other, but I would not help anyone come against my people. If you are coming against any of that bloodline, then you got a problem.
You know what? I can respect that answer. I really can. Because these are our people, whether we like it or not. These are all our people, with that whatever name they want to go with on the internet. However, when I say FBA is a psyop, sister, who did you boycott today? What I mean by that is that FBA was started to create division between Africans and African Americans, and in so far, it's succeeding in that. It's also led to a lot of disrespect of many great Africans, Caribbeans, and other African Americans who have worked with Africans and Caribbeans. It's led to us rewriting history. It's led to us talking down and sounding like white nationalists. When we talk about the problems that we face in this country, we're not pointing towards the white people. We're pointing towards people that look like you and I, sister. What is your thoughts about that?
Well, it took me to turn 59 years old before I started hearing folks from the continent and around the world with my melanated skin speaking out their mouth some dangerous things. So I had to step back and do some evaluation that if I come into a space and you come off of your microphone and you from the continent, Haiti, Bahamas, Jamaica, wherever it may be, and you are saying anything that aligns you with the white system in America, then I'm going to have no choice but to identify you as the enemy. I don't,
Yo, like you,
I
man.
believed in my soul that they were coming
Brother,
to
stand on my
America to align themselves with Blackamericans. But it has become apparent that America did a lot of good vetting before they gave out that plane ticket. And now, unfortunately, a lot of folks with my melanated skin is behind our lines of defense. And they're going to have to be identified as such
No,
because
we
they cannot be given no pass.
I have
Now,
African American.
if you got proof that
Edward,
you have
stop.
aligned yourself with Black Americans in their fight, then produce that proof because I'm not taking lip sync any longer. It's
now,
falling on deaf ears.
now, sister. Basically, what you're saying is that you've seen coons that you don't perceive are from America. Is that what you're saying?
Say again?
You're seeing coons that are black that are not from America. That's what you're saying.
Yes, that's correctly. I mean, we have enough in our ranks as true Black Americans who are gatekeepers and coons. Now
Right.
we got
So
interference from immigrants that have the same skin color. They are causing delays and
No,
interference that we don't have
how
time
is that?
actually,
for.
your
How
color.
is that different?
They're actually
How is that different than the uh, African American coons? How is that different? Tell me that, sister.
It's different because these sorry human beings are coming over here to try to take position in our government and erase us and
So,
replace us.
so coons from African coons that are African American have not been a part of the government.
Yes, they are a problem too. They're not much difference other than the bloodline. I guess you want to get down to the nitty
So
gritty about it.
are you cutting them slack because they
Heck
share the
no,
same bloodline?
absolutely not. They're not
That's
getting no
what it sounded like,
pass.
sister. That's what it sounded like. You said it comes down to the bloodline. What does that matter?
My mistake. Let me make a correction. I will identify bloodline Black Americans as coons and gatekeepers as quick as I will for an immigrant.
It took you 59 years to find out that these people were like this. Where did you, how did you get to that point in your 59 years that you never seen it before till now? Did
For
somebody
the
tell
grace
you?
of God, I wasn't around anybody but my Black people. It's been a curse and a blessing. I grew up in the projects. I grew up in Black neighborhoods. I went to school with Black people until they started integration. I went into the military, and I can tell you concretely, I don't have any associates outside of my race. Anybody would tell you that. Because I have learned as a young child growing up not to trust anyone outside of my race. My mother told me every day of my life, don't let any person put down your race, and don't you ever do it. So no, I ain't been. I ain't been in
Let
these
me hold
cities
this.
that have all these multicultures. I ain't been around
So
that.
how are you gonna
I've
come
been
to that
sister,
conclusion if
insulated.
you haven't been around that? Like, where did you get this? How did you reach there? You haven't been around these people. You haven't interacted with them. Where did you? How did you come to this?
I was around them from time to time in the military. I was around them in civilian life. I was around them on these social media platforms. See, y'all, I've been insulated. I did not join social media until COVID hit. I was too busy doing other things. And so when I had to step back and regroup when COVID hit, I had to log into my social media and I started to notice that my people, somebody lied to them and told them they had the luxury, that they had some type of luxury to be on these social media platforms posting nonsense. So I got exposed to a lot of good information. And they told on themselves. It came out their own mouth and
now let me
told on
let me ask you a
themselves.
question. Let me ask you a question. Because you said that your mother instilled in you a lot of the pride that you have about your race. Um, these black people that you have a problem with, do you understand that they're a part of your race?
Yes, I fully understand that.
So why are you now, after all these years of obeying to your mother's words? And shout out to your mother. Many blessings to you and your mother, sister. Why after all these years, 59 years of great obedience, of not disrespecting your own people, not being outside your own people, why are you allowing this internet shit, which is the psyop? This is the psyop, sister. This is the psyop. You're looking for the psyop, and you're a part of it without even knowing. This is how dangerous psyops are. They're not something you can just readily identify. You're participating in it without your knowing. That's what you're
Check
doing
the
right
tempo
now,
on
sister.
you,
I
bitch.
disagree. I
Uh,
disagree. And
Cadillac.
Oh, I'm not
who did you vote
participating
for?
in anything.
Yeah,
You're gonna have to be a little bit more clear for me.
Yeah, you're participating in disrespecting other black people based on where they're from. You're participating on othering these black people based on where they're from. You're considering them more dangerous, more of a problem. You're making it seem just like how white supremacists make it seem about us as African Americans our entire time on this land, that we are a problem, that we are dangerous, that we need to be dealt with. We need to be put in our place. We need to not have a say in their affairs. We need to not be able to sit at the table. We need to not be able to go to that restaurant. We need to not be able to use that bathroom. We need to not be able to be treated like a human. All of this shit, that's similar to what you're saying. They're in our business. They're coming over here saying things about us. They shouldn't say this. They shouldn't be able to say that. They should be privileged and thankful that they have this. That sounds like white man talk.
Well,
I
wait a
disagree
minute. Wait a
that.
minute. Let me
Yeah,
Sister
respond to
Christina,
this.
who
the
did you
mic.
boycott said that she
Let
was
me
looking at
respond to
everything.
Sister Christina, stay on your mic. I'm talking to sister who did you boycott. I like this sister. I just don't know what's went wrong, because she was playing a recording yesterday of the destruction of black civilization. That is a book that is centered around African civilizations, great African civilizations, and how Europeans were able to dismantle those great civilizations, and how they were able to institute all of the confusion that we experience right now today. So for that sister to have
and
that
you
type
are
of
absolutely correct. That's why it was by accident that I discovered that book. And soon as it popped up on my feed, I knew I had to purchase it. I want to listen to that audio. I've only gotten to chapter 3, and I started again on Friday. I said I'm going to make time to listen to this audio because it's very important that I understand what happened on the continent. I really need to understand how the mindset was shaped and how what I am experiencing with interaction with immigrants from the continent and what is in my mindset compared to what's in their mindset is on opposite planets right now. I need to try to understand why is that the case, because as far as I can tell from what I've been hearing and researching, that civilization started there. So why is it that folks coming from the continent and Haiti and Jamaica and Bahamas, their mindset is so different from descendants of slaves, the Black Americans in America? Our mindsets are completely different.
I don't think that's true.
Come with a winning mentality.
I just don't think that that's true. I think
No,
what we find is
winning mentality.
mute your mic. You're equating what we all have come to a consensus. We're talking about the coon, but we also know the African coon compares exactly to the African American coon. We also know that the real nigga, to use layman term, average black person, compares to the average African American. We know this. There's no difference in us, not that big of a difference. There's some cultural differences. Our Caribbean brothers and sisters, I mean, we're literally just alike. I don't know where you niggas get this shit from. That they're different from us. You niggas, you're losing it with that. They're like us. They're a lot like us. And they also get white supremacy. They understand that because despite them living in all black countries or mostly black countries, they understand that white people are controlling the strings. We find those Africans that are ignorant. And we say, look at this ignorant African. Like I can't find you ignorant African Americans. White supremacy has done a number on us. Colonialism, slavery, policies and laws that were to follow, the debt they put niggas in. I mean, it's just all type of numbers that they've done on us. So why isn't that something you can just make out and say, okay, I heard this African talking stupid. But for that one African, I heard 10 other Africans not say any stupid shit like that. Just like I heard this African American say something stupid. But for that one African American, there were 10 African Americans that said some shit that I agree with. Why can't we just parse the shit out like that instead of making it, oh, these tethers and you're attacking people, sister? Saying
I personally have never called anyone a tether. I personally don't spend a lot of energy calling folks names, and I don't base it on comments. I base it on life experience and the data. My people, Black Americans who are descendants of slaves, have been at the bottom. We just simply want to separate, and we can still work. We can still figure out how to work together, but we are going to separate. That is for our survival.
Separate
and any person from these other nations who don't understand that, that's their problem.
Separate from who, sister?
We're going to separate from America and every other ethnicity because we are the only ones who don't have an ethnicity. Everybody else get to stick their chest out about, I'm from Jamaica, I'm from Bahamas, I'm from Ethiopia. Black Americans are the only one who don't have an official identity. They change it at will. Black American, African American, ADOS, FBA, Freedmen. We got so many different names, it's hard to keep track. So until my people get their official identity, we will be separating. Anybody that have a problem with it who has melanated skin, they're going to have to scratch their behind and get glad because it's going to happen. Nobody is going to stop that.
But my sister,
this medicine is fucking our people up, man.
It is.
This is what we witnessing right here, man. That's all this fucking
just because we want to separate, we fucking up.
We gotta keep our people off all these damn medications and all that shit, man. We gotta preach this holistic shit to them, man. I know it's hard. They don't want to hear it, but this is their fucking result right here. Shit is driving our people fucking wild, man.
Sister Boycott, my question is,
I think that's the disrespect that she was talking about.
Sister Christina, wait a second.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I mean,
crazy. How are you gonna disrespect her and then say, "Oh, but she should listen to me"? Oh, but she should.
nah, she shouldn't listen to me at all. She don't gotta listen to me. But what she just said was disrespectful. The hell is you talking about? We just heard her disrespecting people. Cause
Yeah, but Rhino, we also
Please,
heard her
please
No,
pain.
tell
it
me how
She
I
wasn't.
spoke from a lot
disrespected
of
anyone
Yeah,
in
pain.
no,
this
she
room.
didn't disrespect
Please tell me
anybody.
that because I want to know. I want to be
But
corrected. Please
Are
but
we
tell
she
dealing
me
with
how
feelings or are
I
we dealing with
she
facts?
disrespected anyone.
she did speak with a lot of pain. And my question to Sister Boycott is, Sister, that pain of not having an identity, don't you think some of that comes from the fact that you know this nation that you were taught in the military to love has disrespected your people for so long that you're still angry at it and are embarrassed to claim it?
No sirree, buddy roll. No sirree. My ancestors' blood is in this sand and this soil. Why am I gonna be
Right.
ashamed? Why am I gonna be
Because
ashamed because I
because
went in the military to make sure that I took care of my mother and myself? Why should I
right.
not? Why should not I play their game and go into their environment? I
Because
made
they
sure
made
I went in there with the right mindset, and it was hell every day, but I made it through it because I knew my mother never gave up. No, sir, Brother Rowe, don't twist anything here. I'm not ashamed of America. I understand crystal clear how many of my people laid down and died so I could learn to read and write and made the sacrifice. My mother made the sacrifice. Every one of us from that bloodline has made a sacrifice. Don't confuse that with being ashamed or no, I understand crystal clear who the enemy is. And I'm not giving up 1 inch because they are evil. This country belongs to my people and my people built it and laid down and died so it could keep this union together so everybody could come over here for the opportunity of a lifetime. No, sirree, Buddy Roll. There's no confusion. My mother made sure of that. She made sure of that because she told me every day of my life, I am preparing you for the real world. She couldn't repeat it enough times. So don't you mix me up with any other walking human being. I'm not confused, not whatsoever. We're going to fight for this land because our people are buried in it. They laid
yeah,
down
but
and died for it.
who
And you
who
think we're going
killed
to
them,
walk away
sister?
from it and be ashamed of it? You got
Who
to be
killed
confused.
who killed them? Who killed our people? Who spilled that blood? Who did it?
It's a
Was it the
mixture. It's a
Afrikaners?
mixture of white, pale face Jays, pale face Irish, pale face Italians, on down the line. They all that can pass for white is in that boat. I
But
don't
then why?
put no
But
distinction
then,
between any of them. They all in the same boat.
why are you mad at the Africans and Caribbeans?
I'm not mad at the Africans. I understand that America is using them as a tool, but we can't seem to get them to understand that. So since we can't get them to understand that, we have to separate for our survival. Since you don't know how to go into a application or whenever you check in that box, Black/African American, since you don't have the decency to write in others, then what you expect for us to do? To lay down and let you walk over us like we're not even
Why
here, that we
why
were never
why would
birthed?
they write in other when it says black or African American? Why would they write in other?
Because it's two different things to be black and to be African American. It's two
Not if
totally
you're
different things.
African. Not if you're African. Not if you're African. And since everybody who's formerly enslaved came from
I'm,
Africa,
I'm sorry, but Africans are just immigrants, no different than Mexicans, Canadians, Europeans, Italians. So Americans feel a certain way about immigrants because we have a right to feel any way we want about the people coming in our country. So I hope don't take it like nobody take it personal that nobody coming in this country is special over a Mexican, over a Honduran or a Brazilian, or like I said, even a Canadian. You know what I'm saying? I would be saying the same thing. But the point is that if you have the same skin as me, you are either on our agenda because you're in our country or you're not. You assimilate with the white folks or you assimilate with the black folks. But you
sounding like a white folk. You sounding white right now. So what the fuck? What agenda do you got, nigga? Because I'm not a part of that agenda. So what black folk is you speaking for? That's what we talking about. You niggas is coons. That's just what it is. Let's stop beating around the bush. Let's get straight to the point. You niggas is coons. And it's niggas like you that got this old lady confused. Cause she getting in here off that medicine, and then she listening to y'all dumbass niggas say this bullshit. And now she repeating it, and then people is listening to her because she's an elder, so we giving her that respect. So we listening to it for 20 fucking minutes. Straight confused babble. Cause of y'all niggas.
59 years being pro-black, Rondo. Spent a few months on the app.
Whole fucking 59 years wasted. Listening to fucking Christina talking about some fucking get with the black folks, and she sounding like a white folk. Take that shit back to the tribe, man. Take that shit back to the Indians, yo. Now these the black folk over here. You not sounding like us at all. She not either.
being
Fine,
educated,
Brother, I just
being
want to know, how
educated
does
does
she
not
sound
make you a
white, brother?
fool.
Can
And
you answer
our
that question?
community, we don't
and
Wait a
disrespect
dandy.
second.
our
One at a
elders.
Fine
time.
and
And you think
dandy.
that anybody's
Speak
gonna
your
Ron,
follow
I
truth.
just
you?
want
Do
you to
you
answer
want
that
When you
question, brother.
fine
disrespect
and
women,
dandy? I
you're
will
weak.
say fine and dandy, fine and dandy. I'm glad that
Ron, can
you
you
spoke
answer
your
that question,
truth.
my guy?
I will
How
Hey,
do
speak
hey,
she
my
sound
hey,
truth,
white?
Mike.
and I will continue my truth.
Go
You
ahead,
will
who
say
did
your truth, and we will be fine.
That is the most
We will
ignorant
part
thing to
Everything
ways.
she
say
said
is
was
that, oh,
100%
she talks
accurate.
too good, so
We need
she
to
must be
separate from the
white.
others and
You're
white folks.
fucking dumb.
What the fuck is you talking about, girl? What the fuck is you talking about? Nobody said nothing about nobody talking good. We said she talking confused. Confused. Not good. That's not good. You not talking good either. You sound just as confused, a younger version of confusion. What is you talking about?
We are simply
Oh,
talking
How do
about
I sound confused,
separation.
bro? Just answer
We
the
are
question.
gonna separate, and we can
I
work
agree.
out our
That's what we
alliances however we
separated. We
work them out. But
delineated.
we are
Yeah.
We
going to separate.
delineated.
Just because
We
you don't understand doesn't
Hey,
mean
can I
that
hop
she
in
was
there?
confused. It means you were
No, she is
confused.
confused.
nah. I mean, I
She are
understood loud and
confused.
clear.
She don't have a
I
Negro
understood loud
spirit.
and clear.
She don't know that there
And
was
my
already a group formed that let us know who Africans and who black people are together. We are the same.
Brother, just look at
She
the
didn't follow
Jumbotron.
a
Just look at
history.
the
How do you know
Jumbotron,
who
brother.
you are?
If she didn't follow a
My
history
birth
line, if
certificate
she
says
didn't,
Negro.
how old is she? How old
Negro.
are she? How
Brother, you
old
Negro.
are
are
a
she?
It
white
does
If
not
she
supremacist.
say
That's
didn't
all you
follow a
African
are.
history line,
American. It
if
doesn't
she
say
didn't
Black
follow a
American.
history line and don't know what's connect us together, then that's her fault. How old are she? How old is she? If she didn't follow a history line, then it's her fault. She sound ignorant. We need our own group. We have our own group. We have somebody who informed us what we need to do. So at the end of the day,
What's that group name? What's that group name? Tell me that
it's
group.
Negroes. It's Negroes. They are
I
African.
said
They are
Negro just
black
a few
people.
minutes ago.
man, Sean, you're not coming up here with that. You're not coming up here with that tonight. I'm telling you, I'm not listening to you niggas go on and on, saying the same shit you say every night. I don't want to hear that. That's why I was talking to sister who did your boycott, because she doesn't say the same. She doesn't say the same shit every day. She was hosting the space about African civilizations. I said, damn, don't this sister hate Africans? I said, this sister ain't as anti-black as I thought. I was kind of thrown off by that space. I was proud of the sister. Um, but it seems like this internet shit um has weaponized their mind. And she's already said that you niggas call yourself everything. She already went through that, Sean. She said you niggas call yourself Negro, Freedman, FBA, ADOS, and she's all of that because that's what you niggas are. And that's the problem. That's the exact problem. Niggas come up here talking everything but what the fuck we're actually called outside right now today. And that's African American. whether you like it or not. We move on from that. We move on. Because when you go outside, they're going to treat you like an African American.
You niggas just keep taking these mics, man. Y'all disrespecting the culture.
Told your ass I don't want to hear that Negro shit. Don't come up here talking. Just let that shit ride out.
Nigga, I heard you respect Latinos. Your neighbor's Latino, nigga. You be doing a lot of nut shit, nigga. I'm telling y'all about Negroes, nigga. You disrespect the culture, nigga. How black is you, nigga? How black is you, nigga? And you respecting Latinos, nigga? How black is you, nigga? That's why I've been coming at you about that, nigga. I'm gonna come at you about that, nigga. How black is you, nigga? You respect Latinos, nigga, but you disrespecting Negroes, nigga. How black are you?
Get the fuck off my
stage. It's a history, nigga. I'm not saying that we gotta be Negroes, nigga. It's a taught history line, nigga. How black is you? You teaching Latino history, nigga? Or you gonna teach Negro history, nigga?
Brother,
it's still there, nigga. Negro colleges and all that shit. It's still there, nigga. How black is you, nigga? How black is you?
Now I'll cut your mic off. You're drinking too much. Calm yourself down. I don't want to hear about that Negro shit every day. Find some new talking points. Find some different shit to say. I don't want to hear it. Nigga, you're not going to control me with that shit. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say, nigga. That shit just does not stick. You niggas can't say anything about me. Because it's just not real. I live this life. I'm black for real. I don't play games with what America needs to call me. I don't play those type of games. My brain doesn't think like that. I don't give a fuck. Now, sister, who did you boycott? Are you ready to just say that Africans are not the problem and that white people are the problem? Are you scared of white people, sister?
I am definitely not scared of white folks, and I am not ready to sit up on this stage and lie to anyone and say, what part? It just completely flowed me because I heard you say African American, and I got stuck on that because that sorry Obama wrote in African American and scratched out Negro because he understood that we cannot be two nations. We can't be American, African, and one nation American. That was a flat-faced lie. And he knew what he was doing when he changed it. And every black American who is the descendant of a slave person understand why he did it. I am not going to identify as African American. I stated earlier, they keep changing our identity at will. That's the white people doing that. That's the people in government that we have to participate in who is doing that. That's not black people. We are going to get our official identity. We will vote on that as a consensus. It's coming. It's coming as sure as you taking your next breath. It will happen.
You just said
Our
it,
kids born will have an identity.
No. Don't come on the stage jumping off the mic. Don't do that. I'm talking to sister who did you boycott. Keep yourself under control. Finish what you were saying, sister.
I just wanted to be clear. Me personally, I can't speak for other black Americans. I have no ill will to any melanated skinned person walking around on the face of this earth. That would never happen. But I will identify anything that's harmful to myself and my people as long as I have faculties or brain cells to do so. And I understand the white power's agenda. It's been their agenda since day one, especially since 1865. That's been their agenda to erase and to genocide descendants of slave people. That does not affect immigrants coming from around the world. They are not the target. Descendants of slave people are the target. And as long as I'm clear on that and my survival and the survival of my bloodline, I am not confused. So let it be known, I will identify as Negro because that's what's on my birth certificate. If my other people want to identify as ADOS, Freedmen, FBA, Black American, African American, that's their will. That's their will. That's their birthright to identify however they please. But me, as one individual, and knowing that these sorry human beings put on my birth certificate, Negro, they made a mistake. They're gonna have to answer to that. We will have an official identity.
Man,
That will get voted on.
Sean ass acting crazy. Brother Papa. Brother Papa.
Yo.
Now, brother, you're Haitian, right?
Yeah.
So you're what they would consider black immigrant. No disrespect, my brother.
No, that's all right.
And you just told us today. You just told us today, so I'll put you on the spot. Your children
Yeah,
are
I got
Haitian.
7 of them.
Your children are Haitian and African American.
Yeah.
So if they want to genocide African Americans, descendants of slaves, wouldn't that impact you as well, brother?
Yeah, I got to ride. Like, I don't got no choice. Aside from the kids, I was gonna ride. You feel me?
I just wanted to make it personal to help this sister understand that despite the fact that I know you will ride, regardless if you had this shit is so crazy. I was telling my wife this the other day. We're talking about mixes of black people. I never thought I would talk about some shit like this. We're talking about niggas having kids being Jamaican and African American. Niggas having kids being Haitian and African American. This shit is crazy to me, brother. This shit is absolutely crazy to me. Black makes black. Last time I checked, if you took a black crayon and you mixed that black crayon with another black crayon, that motherfucker made black. That's all I knew. But
These
now it's
niggas
some type of
colorblind.
different shit. It's some different shit. But I just wanted to help sister who did your boycott understand that many of our African or Caribbean brothers or sisters, they're having families with African Americans. They have loved ones that are African Americans. They have
But she
friends that
she
are
may
African
not
Americans.
she may not understand because she said she never really interacted with them. I guess like the she said she ain't start feeling like this till she got on till COVID. So I don't know if she had COVID and it did that, or is it the social media? But that's where it came from. I guess if she didn't come on Twitter or had COVID, or had to deal with COVID, I mean the lockdown, she wouldn't have came to this conclusion. So, God damn you, COVID.
That's a fact.
Y'all, I think y'all need
Malcolm
to
X
get in
called
touch
y'all some
with
Negroes today. Y'all want
Incover
to
and
disrespect
Knock.
them.
Y'all need to contact those folks and let
If
them know
Marcus
how
Garvey
y'all
called y'all
feel.
Negroes today, y'all want to disrespect them. So
Man,
stop dicking.
I
Y'all niggas
God, bro.
fools. Y'all got me fucked up.
Man, yeah, we got you fucked.
Contact Knock Cobra and Incover and ask them to explain to you why Black Americans feel this way because they're on a campaign. They're on a campaign. So talk to them
No,
because
everybody
we are
just
not
they
confused.
get on this app and get the mic and they start dick eating. That's what they doing. They think they hostess, co-hostess. They think they could run a room, but they saying a lot of shit that I could pull their fucking cards. Y'all got me fucked up.
Man,
I'm not one of them niggas.
talking about Negro college fun and shit, nigga. You're not pulling nobody's car saying that shit
No, I'm telling you, Dickie and
we
Malcolm
don't
X,
know
no,
that
nigga.
shit
And when you
exists.
want to, nigga, that's what I'm
Man,
talking about.
shut
You a
up.
dick eater,
Talking
nigga.
about we
That's
don't
what you
call
is too,
Negro
nigga.
like
You's
we
a
don't know
fucking
that
dick
shit
eater. You got the
exists. Man,
right
don't
one,
nobody
nigga.
want to hear that
I will
shit.
pull your fucking card too,
Man, you
nigga.
won't do a goddamn thing, nigga. I'll throw
Nigga,
your ass
you
off the
already
stage.
proved yourself just now on this
Nigga,
fucking
I'll
stage
throw
just because you
your
got
ass
a
off
room
the
for it.
stage,
You got a
nigga.
room
This
for
the
that. You
only
proved
space.
yourself that you
Shut
a
up,
dick.
nigga. The only motherfucking space you get to
You
speak in.
kicking me off the stage because you a dick eater, nigga.
No, you're tripping tonight. You're tripping tonight. You're back on that Negro shit. You're tripping.
No, nigga, I'm teaching history,
How the
nigga.
fuck
I
are
know
you
what the
coming
fuck
in
I
my
am,
mouth?
nigga. I'm
Shut
black.
your motherfucking ass up. I want to hear shit you gotta say. You calm yourself down. You know I fuck with you, but you're tripping tonight. You're Sean Negro tonight. I don't like Sean Negro. I like Sean Black. That's the nigga that I fuck with. That nigga out in Philadelphia that goes outside for real. And no, he ain't heard not one nigga outside say, what's happening to my Negro? Ain't heard one nigga say that shit outside. But your ass is on the Twitter spaces talking about all this Negro shit. Man, stop playing and come at us with that real Philadelphia shit you're dealing with out there. You know I fuck with you, so you can say whatever you want about me. I'm not about to go that hard with your ass. I just want you to shut the fuck up with that Negro shit. That's all I ask of you. Been asking you that ever since I got back on the app, and you, Mr. Sean Negro. I don't know what the fuck happened to you. So just calm
Some of
yourself down.
them motherfuckers gonna tell you, don't call me black, call me by my fucking name, because y'all niggas got a lot of shit mixed up with these white people that
Man,
did to y'all. But
Hey,
as
Black.
Negroes, nigga, we was people of color. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? That's
Black.
why they accept an African mixed with a Jamaican, all that. That was a Negro. That's why they tokened that, nigga. You don't know the history. You're disrespecting our history line. You ain't teach
Hey,
your
Black.
offline, nigga. You out of line. That's what you are.
all
You're
right,
out of fucking line.
I'm out of line. Damn.
Hey, Black. I'm
Go
from
ahead, sister.
too, and in Philly, ain't nobody talking that Negro FBA
Man,
bullshit
I know they're not.
except the ones that are
That's
in
fine.
rap
Nobody is. We know
online.
that. We're fine.
That's
That's
it.
fine. But the
Just
history
remember
line is there.
on it. I just wanted to make that clear.
Yeah, Sean is just giving me a hard time tonight. I don't know why. I don't know what I did to Sean. We were just cool last night. So I don't know what I did to Sean. He just wanted to get that Negro spiritual shit off. He's been coming up
No,
telling
nigga, that's how
us
we talk in the
he
hood,
got
nigga. That's how
Negro
we talk,
spiritual.
nigga. We
Yeah, that's
chastise
right.
each other like that, bro. That's how we
Yeah, you're
talk.
right.
Like,
That's
ain't
why
no
I didn't
fucking,
trip.
that's just how
Get
we
back
talk.
on the stage. You're talking about I'm cutting your mic. Nigga, I give you a mic. Don't disrespect me. Fuck you talking about? I fuck with you on the app. Nigga wanna beef with me. Nigga don't nobody else like you on this app. Nigga was over there with the
That shit
Negroes.
about Negro, nigga. You
Negroes
think I'm
don't
gonna
even
really
fuck
not
with
fuck
this
with you
nigga.
about Negro, nigga?
Wait a
Came
second,
back on
nigga.
your stage,
Wait a
nigga.
second, nigga. The Negroes don't even fuck with Sean on the app. The niggas that call themselves Negro don't even fuck with Sean. But this nigga is mad at me. Man, come on. Let me rock. Let me mess with sister who did you boycott. That's what I wanted to do. I like the sister. I really do. And then she told me some shit that made me feel sad for her. 59 years old. Pro-black as fuck. Stood for all black people. And then she got on Twitter after 59 years of standing 10 toes down. And now she's wavering. Now she's falling over. Now she's got 5 toes on the ground. She's taking a leg off herself. I'm ashamed of that. I'm sad for that. This is why it's important to run these niggas down. Because they're confusing our elders. They're confusing our elders. Our elders think this is the way we're moving. They're like, I hear all these niggas from all different parts of the country talking about, don't call me African American. Don't say that I'm like those other black people. And she's eating this shit up. So I feel bad for that. Especially since I saw the sister hosting the space, playing the audio book.
And I shall continue. Thank you for Black. I should continue to play that audio. I will play it as many times as I need to understand what happened on the continent that has come to America to impact my people over here, because it started over there. I'm not confused, but you entitled to feel how you want to feel. But I'm not confused. That's the main reason why I'm listening to that audio, because I want to understand how folks can come from the continent and land in America and want to label my people a hate group, want to tell my people that we are white supremacy, that we are xenophobia, and all the names in the book except the child of God, which the bottom line is we are the chosen people. Our DNA is different.
All right, I think some people are asking questions for you, sister. We're gonna try to keep it simple, but we don't attack the sister too much. So we're gonna try to keep it simple, because I do like the sister. I'm just gonna tell you all that now. She doesn't seem she's confused, right? Because I mean she's listening to a book that's gonna empower her to think about black people in a different way. So I want to encourage that for her, even in her age. We all continue to learn every day. And then also, we should recognize that she's told us a lot tonight. She told us that this internet shit has impacted her. Something that many of us were afraid of, right? That this internet shit could actually have a negative impact on black people who already lived their lives pro-black. And now it's made them say, fuck pro-blackness. I'm gonna enjoy this anti-blackness because I think I'm doing something to help my people because we're pro-black at heart. So we have to recognize that when we engage with this sister, and she's an elder. So just make sure that anybody that wants to direct any conversation to her, let's try to keep it respectful. I know
With
she said some shit
respect,
that
Black,
I know she said some shit that was not respectful. I know. But again, this internet shit has done this to the system. So
with the
you're not gonna get it out of her by disrespecting her, right? She's just gonna lean into it more, have more examples. Hey, I'm just being
Absolutely.
that's the truth, sister.
and we're close to the same
Talk.
age. So yeah, she's my peer. She's not my elder. We're close to the same
Okay.
age.
You can have an honest conversation with her then. Go ahead, sister.
She said that she was 59 when she recognized what was going on and something about her being in the military. How long ago were you in the military, boycott? What
It's
year was
been.
that? What year was that you were in the military and you said you were also in the military with immigrants?
I came across very few persons in the military. I was in the military till 1995.
Were they rude towards you?
I can't remember being around too many black immigrants in the military. So
But you
I would not sit up here and make a bald faced lie. But I can't remember having too many encounters with them, to be honest with you. It just does not stick out in my mind, in my memory. So I would just have to say I encountered them from time to time throughout my life, and I've never made no prejudgment about them. I had the understanding from the time that immigration policy were passed that we had other melanated skinned persons coming to America to help with the fight against white people and the white structure. But then that was not taking place. So all I have to do is simply look back at the time that immigration was passed up until the present day. That's been 5 decades. If all the melanated black immigrants that came to America aligned themselves with black Americans, we would have changed things around the world by now. This would be a cakewalk because we have the numbers. I did the research. I researched it and found out that if we combine our numbers, we have the numbers. But since some people are brain dead and divided from what the black Americans fight has been about since
just
slavery, they don't understand how to
I
get in line
wait,
with what
wait,
we are trying to
you're going off
accomplish.
the subject, ma'am. You're going off the subject. I was asking you. You said that you had some immigrants that was in the military at the same time that you were in the military, and my question to you was: were they rude to you? Were they rude?
As far as I can remember, my encounters with them was that they pretty much would stand off.
They were saying,
They didn't wanna engage in no in-depth conversation, and I did not go out of my way to engage in any in-depth conversation with them. That's why I probably
with
dismissed
them.
any encounter I had with them. So I can remember that taking place. It was brief and short, and we parted ways, and
How
it was the
how
end of it.
how old were you then?
It will vary throughout my life. I can't remember every age I was. I encountered them just like I encountered any other race on the planet. If
Okay,
we engaged with each
so
other and we
oh,
spent time with each other, I would have remembered that. But we were separate. I didn't make a big deal of it. I just knew that they didn't go out their way to want to build a line of communications or connection. So it was no big
Now,
deal.
now, do
Life
you
went on.
remember? Now, listen, sister. Do you remember or do you not? All right.
I remember briefly encounters with them. That's what I'm saying. If I can't remember the exact year and age I was, but there were encounters with persons who I knew specifically was from uh outside of the USA. They were coming into the USA. You could tell by their language, they accent,
but
just
you said that you were 50.
different things that gave it
Said
away.
that you didn't know it until you were 59. So
No, I did not have conversations in depth where I heard immigrants saying different things out their mouth until I got on social media. But to interact with them in person, that never came out their mouth. It was just simply that we were
It
encounter with each
out
other and we
out.
were part ways. We didn't spend any time with each other. We didn't have no in-depth conversations. But it was
And
never
it never
spoken
came
out their mouth how they
out
felt about Black Americans.
that she's like a Pac-Man. Okay. All right. Listen, I'm exhausted. I had a few more questions, but I'm a little bit exhausted. I'll come back. I'm not
All
playing
right.
games. That
No,
lady's not 60, but go ahead.
no problem. We can see how it goes. I see it might get volatile pretty soon. Let me let Sister Christina in here. Go ahead, sister.
Thank you. Yeah, who did you boycott today? I understood you the first time you explained it. So I think like when people are choosing to not understand you, then sometimes you have to repeat yourself over and over and over again. And I'm sure that's exhausting. But I do understand being in Southern California, as diverse as it is, African immigrants or Jamaican immigrants, Haitians, they do not identify as Black Americans. They're very proud of their heritage, of their country. So I know that there are immigrants who respect Black Americans, if that's what this is about. But also, there is the flip side that there are African immigrants who do not respect Black Americans at all. They have a disdain for them. And I have seen as well, as Who Did You Boycott Today said on the platforms, there is a hatred and a disrespect towards Black Americans and a condescending tone as if they might know better than us when they won't admit that they have no knowledge of our history, no affection towards our history or our ancestors. So I understand where she says about paying attention to people in our community, in the Black community, who is not for us, but also being aware, we have to be aware of the African immigrants who are not for us. So I don't think that that's anything anybody should take personal. And if we were to go migrate to one of their countries, we couldn't necessarily disrespect them and then tell them to join our agenda and then tell them to not focus on their country's agenda. I think that's disrespectful. So it's hard for me to understand why other immigrants don't understand that, because if the tables would turn, they obviously don't think about it that way. You know what I'm
Can I
saying?
dialogue with you,
I
sister?
ran my plane.
Actually, I wanted to go
Can I
after
dialogue
Nitra.
with? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, brother. I'm controlling the stage. I'm gonna let you back in. You're rocking with me. You've been on the stage for a minute. I knew Christina wanted to defend sister. Who did you boycott? And I wanted to get to her before I got to any more other questions for sister. Who did you boycott? To give her a chance to rest off the mic. But we're gonna get around to everybody. What's happening, sister? Pen and paper.
Oh, my bad. I'll go in order. I know I came after Nitra. That's all. I'll wait.
Each spoke. What's happening, sister? Pen and paper.
Oh, goddamn. All right. So my thing is, right, so the word Negro literally means black. So I'm not going to argue that dumb shit all day. That's weird. I'm not going to argue the Negro land thing because the maps that they show, if anyone knows the history of those maps, like they literally show it in the middle of Africa. So I don't know if they're arguing that they're not African. I'm not going to do that dumb shit either. My thing is I keep hearing this weird narrative that somehow Black Americans or Africans need to come on board with Black Americans or other Black immigrants need to come on board with African Americans. Look here, bruh. I'm African American, bruh. I can't tell you how hard it is to organize in Black American communities, to get them to come to simple community centers, to have them support literacy programs, to have them support community gardens, to have them come to the self-defense organizations that we do. Even shooting guns where we teach for free, they don't show up to. Like, I can't even get enough Black Americans to consistently and sustainably support being against white supremacy. So I don't even understand this whole air that they have as though all Black Americans are somehow inherently revolutionary. We got Black Americans on this app calling themselves Indians. So it just doesn't, the confusion is crazy to me because we literally have Black Americans right now who want to be everything but Black. And then not only that, we know how colorism works in our community. Also, too, we got Black Americans who don't want to date anyone darker than a paper bag because they don't want to have dark-skinned kids and they don't want to have kids with so-called bad hair or with features where their nostrils are wide or lips are big. Like, this is something in Black American community happening right now. So this whole approach of like, oh, Africans need to get on board. I can quiz Black Americans in these spaces all day and most of them do not know their history whatsoever. So it's just this falsehood of like somehow we've all been on code and we all know our history. Some of us just learned about reparations from this app, from Tariq, even though it's decades old. I mentioned Queen Mother Moore. Tariq didn't even know who the fuck that was. He had to go look it up. Like, a lot of people on here do not. They don't know how Paul Robeson was also involved in reparations. They don't know that shit, a whole Black ass communist. They don't even know Queen Mother Moore is a Black communist. They don't know about Lucy Parson. They don't know about Claudia Jones. They don't know about like all these people I can keep naming. They don't know who that is and how that goes with Black American history. They also can't talk about how on the continent, the people over there were like instrumental in getting the reparations mission pushed forward. They don't know about that shit. They don't know about the Pan-African conferences that happened in the UK that got the reparations movement in America pushed forward as well. I can keep naming this shit, and Black Americans do not know this history. So I don't know who they're quizzing or why they feel they have a right to quiz anybody when they themselves need to go back to the drawing board and read. So yeah, the reason why I say that these people who knew who they were before coming on Twitter all of a sudden got on Spaces or got on a YouTube video and someone convinced them that they're not Black anymore, that they're actually something else, and they bought into it regardless of the age. Don't get mad at me when I point out that, look, y'all weren't even on like this reparations thing. Y'all literally used it as a Trojan horse for far-right fascist ideology and rhetoric. And then what y'all did is held Spaces, not on strategies on approaching reparations, but how y'all want to come up with nicknames for African, calling them cheetah piss, and how, oh, Africans are tribal, as though we don't have intra-racial violence here in America. Oh, the Africans, they're not on code, as though we don't have coons here in America. We literally have Clarence Thomas on the Supreme Board that is fucking shit up. Like, Supreme Court that's fucking shit up. Like I can name coons all fucking day. Larry Elder, I can just keep going. Bill fucking Cosby, like, bruh, like we've had Black American people who have sided with white supremacy and continue to do so and encourage other people to do so. Like people who are talking about dividing Black Americans and Africans and the people from the islands. Like, it is a old division tactic that we've been fighting for decades, that revolutionaries have fought for decades, and here we're fighting it again, and it's just getting old and it's tired. And to the title of the room, Secure the Identity, Scared of White Folk, yes, that's where it comes from. Being scared of white folks. Because the elders who are falling for this bullshit, right, they sat in the color section. It wasn't immigrants who put them in the color section. It literally was crackers. Like, even the term Negro that they want to crackers gave them that name. Like, yo, this is don't make everything that we can point to that affects our material reality is literally white supremacy that we need to fight. Has nothing to do with immigrants whatsoever. Matter of fact, a lot of the times they are brought over to be exploited, just like the rest of the working class is being exploited. And the resources we claim that they take, which is very false unless you don't know what Western imperialism is literally their resources that the U.S. military steals from those countries and brings it over here. And it's not even ours. We sound crazy talking about is like Massa Resick, our resources, that belongs to white capital. And they have a slave and fight over the crumbs that they feel so quote unquote gracious to give us that falls off the table. It's not our resources. And yeah, I have more to say, but I know you got hands up. But yeah, that's my thing. I'm not going to argue over a literally Negro. People use it who speak Spanish. Negro is Black. Like, what are y'all fighting about? That's stupid to me.
Well, if I may,
Spanish people Latinos don't like being called.
If I may, in response,
y'all are confusing what I'm saying. I'm not talking about a people. I'm saying the word Negro. literally means black. That's what I'm saying. I'm
But
not
I'm
I
talking
giving
am
about
you
a
a
Latin
comparison.
people.
That's why
And this
you
isn't
gotta
even
have
your
to get
comparison.
resources
You
not
argued,
can't just
being
keep
right?
black
going at the
This
wall.
isn't
Americans.
even to get
But
I
argued.
you're
would
That's
like
what
to
it
generalizing.
is. The
respond. I
etymology
would
of
like
the
to
word has a
respond.
Latin root.
I
It is
mean,
not even indigenous to Africa.
I
Like
would like
that is
to
a name that
I
was
respond.
mean,
imposed
you can't take
upon
away
people.
Marcus Garvey words. You can't take away Malcolm X words. You
Marcus
can't take
Garvey
away
did
what
not
they have
create the
already
word
put out in
Negro.
the
Are y'all
atmosphere.
serious right now?
If they were
Marcus
still
Garvey
here
did not
today, if
create
they
the
were
word
here today
Negro.
telling
He
people
did
they was
not
that,
create the
bro,
word Negro,
they
Sean. Like
killed
you
them.
don't even have to
Listen,
yell, bruh.
excuse me.
Like you just said. You just said I can't take the
Listen
word
to me
away from
talk. I
Marcus
mean, you
Garvey.
can't.
I just told you I'm
You
not
can agree
arguing
to
over the word
disagree.
Negro
You can
because
agree
it
to. That's why I
literally
get
means
comparisons.
black. It means
I don't
black.
just go back and
And
forth
so
with you
that's
with
why I don't
black and
argue about
African
it
because
because my
that's not
deal
gonna get us
is
anywhere.
that even if you call yourself a Negro,
Oh my
when you go
goodness.
outside, the police
I
still
understand
lock you up.
African people.
When you
I
call
understand
yourself a
Jamaican
Negro,
people. I
you
understand
still,
all those
and you
type of
go
people through a
outside, you
history
will
line.
still be subject
See
of the
what you're
system of
doing. What you're doing
racism.
is basically
So
coming
for
from
me to
one point
argue
of
and try
view.
to convince you
Lucy
otherwise
Oh
control.
my
doesn't make
God.
sense to
See?
me because
I just told you there's people that would say,
the
"Don't call me
labels
black."
don't.
All right, we're gonna allow one person to speak at a time. Sister, who did you boycott? Go ahead, sister.
Thank you. Thank you. I heard the word that these resources are not black Americans that are being taken and divided amongst all the immigrants. See, Americans are not targeting immigrants, black immigrants. We are targeting Latinos, Asians, anyone who can pass for white. Unfortunately, our black immigrants make up probably about 5%. So the target is not on their back. And they are not the primary ones stealing the resources. The resources that were built off of the backs of slaves built the country that make it possible for everyone to come here. And now we have prisons. The only thing changed was the name from slavery to prisons. Prisons hold up the capitalism that give every human being this imaginary opportunity of milk and honey. And that's predominantly filled with my people. So we are supplying the resources, regardless of America reaching a arm around the world to do damage and bring other resources. The main resource is slave prisons. They write the checks for everybody's check. Every one of us in this room on this planet is benefiting from that slave labor and it's writing the checks for the corporation. So, Miss Penn, that's incorrect. The
Can I respond to
resources,
that
the
because he's
resources
actually.
are being off the
Oh my God!
backs of our slave
Right.
ancestors and now off the backs
Let,
of our
let her,
people in prison.
let her
All
respond.
right.
Thank you for the
Can I
resources that
respond to
we
that?
produce.
Can I respond to that? Because she's actually talking about something I said in her space, right? Like I brought up prison labor and I named the corporations that
I've been
exploit
talking
prison
about
laborers,
prison
right?
labor before I
Yo,
ever heard of
relax,
you.
lady. Your blood
Before
pressure is
I
going
ever
up. You
heard
do
of your
not need
name.
to be that. You do not need to be stressed. Like, let me respond. You're going to be all right. So, like I said, so when I was in her space earlier today, I brought up prison labor and how if you are against white supremacy, we actually should be prison abolitionists, and that also immigrants are also in those
You
same
didn't tell
prisons.
me that initially.
Oh
I
my
was talking
God. Yo,
about
you
this
gonna
on
keep yelling?
Clubhouse. Before I
Ma'am, I
ever
didn't
heard of
say,
you,
ma'am,
before I ever
relax,
heard of your name, I was
relax. Why
talking
are you
about
hollering and
slave
screaming?
prisons.
Like I
So
shouldn't
stop
trigger you
little
like this.
lying.
I
I
should
don't
not
even want
trigger
to
you
talk
like
to
this.
you.
If you've heard
I
about it
cannot talk
before,
to a
it should
liar.
be, I'm not talking directly to you, so you're all right. Just chill. So
You
like I
acting
was
like you the
saying, right?
first person that ever mentioned
Relax.
prison.
Yes, I'm
You acting
smart.
like
I
you the
cannot
only
help
one
it.
that
That
know
should not
about
trigger
slave
you because
prisons.
I know what I'm talking about. Relax.
You
So
are
like
not
I
the
was
only
saying, right,
person.
you still
There's
gonna keep
millions
raising your blood pressure.
of
You're
black
gonna end
people
up having
who
a coronary if
understand
you keep stressing
slave
yourself out
prisons.
over Twitter. You do not need to have a conniption fit like this. You are a grown woman, you can control yourself. So like I was saying, look, prison labor I have brought up in her space as well. No, Americans'
You have
resources
only
are
been
not
in one of my
primarily
spaces one
on
time.
prison labor. It
One
is
time.
one
You act
of
like you've
it.
been in there
Oh my
multiple
God, this
times.
shit.
You've been in my
Yo,
space
lady,
one time. One time.
relax.
Don't
I
try to
didn't say
tell
I was in your
everybody in this
space
room
multiple
that you've been
times.
in my
What are
space
you talking
multiple
about?
times.
I just
You've
told
been
you
in
I
my
was in your.
space.
Sister, who did you boycott? Allow her to respond. I don't want you two to get too deep into a back and forth just yet, because everybody on the stage hasn't spoken. But we can come around to it, because I know there's a lot of Twitter space beef there. I don't know what happened. but we all saw the space. We all saw the space, whether we went in there for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. We all saw the space. So I know that there's some issues there, but I want to make sure everybody gets a chance to speak. Then we can get into a lot more of the back and forth. So allow Sister Pen and Paper to say what she has to say, Sister Boycott, and we'll let you say what you have to say, then we'll move it forward. And then you sisters can pick back up, because I'm pretty sure we'll land back there.
Appreciate it. So yeah, here's my thing. So I was in her space earlier today, right? And I brought up prison labor and how that directly affects Black people in America and how that serves capital, the elite, right? So that exploitation that happens to prisoners is not something we all get to divvy and take part in. That goes directly to the top. And that is how capitalism works. The exploitation of the many gets to be the spoils of the few. So also too, Black immigrants are not exempt from that prison industrial complex. It includes that. Matter of fact, is one of the driving forces in that. So to use the prison industrial complex to say like, oh, that's just Black Americans supplying the world. No, that's not accurate either, because it doesn't supply the world. It actually is Black people being exploited regardless of station as far as citizenship. Because again, the immigration system and the detention centers are part of the prison industrial complex. So yes, even immigrants are exploited under the prison industrial complex. When I talk about resources and them not being ours, it's because I'm doing it from a framework in which America is a white settler colonial state. It functions as an empire. So what it does is it creates a military industrial complex where it takes the people who are the designated underclass, a lot of the times us, uses our bodies for cannon fodder to go and destroy and destabilize other countries, steal their resources. That includes opening their countries up to be exploited by corporations as well, American corporations. And then they use that and the elite get to profit off of that. That's not ours to share or claim or to protect, in my opinion. If you are revolutionary, if you're for Black liberation, that to me is a call to action to destroy and dismantle, not to protect. It doesn't make sense to me. It's counter-revolutionary, because as long as anyone protects the military industrial complex, stealing resources from other countries, we are going to be in perpetual war as an empire. And that means Black people die. That means Black people are exploited. That means Black people come back with mental illnesses and come back fucked up and maimed. And not only that, they don't get to live to their full potential. That is part of the exploitation. So yes, that's how I tie it together. And then just one last thing, Black. In that space, in her space, I wasn't able to say fully like why I say a hate group. And I wanted to explain the word hate. So someone said, it's how it's bad because to use the word hate and we should never do that. And that's wrong. I disagree, because I say all the time, I hate white people. I hate whiteness. I hate white settler colonialism. I hate white supremacy. And it's okay to hate your oppressor. That's very healthy. It doesn't consume me. It doesn't tie me down or none of that weird toxic positivity shit they teach us to tell us to turn the other cheek. Actually, it makes you intelligent. It forces me to study the systems. It forces me to analyze my conditions, and it forces me to enact sustainable solutions. The hate drives me. It's a motivating force for me to attach myself to liberation struggles. So yes, I do hate whiteness. In hating whiteness and hating white supremacy, I also do not fuck with those who align with it. And how is being anti-African and anti-Caribbean align with it? White people right now are allowing an influx of white immigrants to overstay their visas, to come in and not have to do the proper protocols. And they are oftentimes never looked at as far as by ICE or any other immigration force, including groups that are anti-immigrant. They don't hold spaces about showing white German bodies being maimed or any kind of like white immigrants have a nickname of cheetah piss. They don't have that. There's no equivalent here in Black Twitter for white immigrants because we don't target them. So my thing is that if the white society is allowing white immigrants to flood in because they want to increase their numbers because of their low birth rates, and they're increasing their population to that. And as you as a Black person within a settler colony, a designated underclass, are targeting Black immigrants, decreasing your numbers. Well, me, as someone who's for Black liberation and analyzes that in its totality, I now see who you align with, because your agenda and your actions are now helping the white race numbers to not only flourish, but also being a mouthpiece for their rhetoric and their white supremacist hatred. So yes, I will identify you as such, a hate group.
Short response. all of that dissertation does not erase that slave bodies built this country, and any wealth that was built off of that is secondary. It's secondary, secondary, secondary. Unless you can dig up the bodies of my ancestors, then we can sit down at the table and have a conversation about what wealth came afterwards. But until that happens, it's falling on deaf ears. Don't talk to me about what wealth that has been built by America stealing resources from the continent and around the world. Their bodies were not here when my ancestors were in the field dying and getting hung and burnt and lynched. I didn't see them standing beside them crying about their resources being stolen. So don't you cry to me about what resources America is stealing. They burnt, lynched, and hung my people. So don't you cry to me. Don't cry to me about what resources America is stealing today. Anytime after slavery, whatever they have done after slavery, you go deal with them about it. But don't come crying to me. And as far as the hate group go, you can keep on using that word hate towards any other black person as long as you feel like doing it until you get knocked out, until you pass out. Karma is
Oh,
a bitch.
wait a second. Wait a second. This is why I said we're gonna come back around to that because I know you two sisters uh get into some sparring. I'm not gonna lie. Brother Black is going to hell. All right. If there's a thing of heaven and hell, if you niggas are right, I'm going to hell. I'm prepared to burn. So I'm going to let this continue. Just not right now. Just not right now. Right now, I want to keep the stage flowing. Sister, who did you boycott? Uh, don't allow yourself to get that upset. It happens in the black space. I'm just gonna be honest to you, sister. This space brings out the nigga in you. If you ain't never experienced the nigga inside you, you'll experience it in this space. If you ain't never wanted to run a nigga down so bad, you're gonna experience that in this space. If you thought you were pro-black, you're gonna find out you're anti-black in this space. Because niggas are gonna try you. So just allow yourself to rest. We're gonna move the mic to Sister Jet. I'm coming around to you, Black American. You're gonna go after Sister Jet. Then we'll hear from Dara. We'll hear from Dara.
Uh, I'm going to say the enslavement of Africans included Africans on the continent. So you can't exclude them from the experience of the transatlantic slave trade. Also, American industries have continuously relied on the enslavement of Africans on the continent to this day, down to the phones in our hands. So you can't just erase that. I noticed Who Did You Boycott said, like, she didn't hear them crying about the resources being stolen. That shows an apathy for the experience of other Africans. And it shows that it's not about uh, honoring the ancestors that we have here, because those ancestors include the ones on the continent. It's about considering the deaths of Africans here more important, and diminishing the importance of the Africans elsewhere.
Uh,
You and Penny and the pen and paper have a good art at twisting people's words. But
You said what you said.
I'm gonna let the hands keep on because I know what came out of my mouth. I'm gonna respect black and let the hands continue. You're not gonna twist
Then
my
go ahead.
words. I just made note of it. I want you to keep track of that fact that I
You said you
understand
didn't
when you
care.
twist words. So continue on. I'm sorry to interrupt.
no, no, no,
Oh,
no.
thank you. That punctuated something I wanted to say as well. When she said that she was looking at the Walter Rodney book, she said she was looking at it to see what was wrong with Africans and what happened there. And what I've noticed with people in these other hate groups is they'll gain information about the oppression and the colonialization that was mirrored on the continent and here, and they'll say, that's the reason I have to admonish those people because of what they went through. But don't do that to me though, because that's disrespectful. So in the hands of a person who's acting as a tool of white supremacy, learning about a fellow relative's oppression becomes a tool of white supremacy. I'm good now.
All right.
No, I think it's a different perspective because Black Americans haven't left
Was
the
she next?
continent.
Was she next?
No,
No,
no, she
Black
wasn't.
Americans
Okay,
haven't
cool.
left
So
the
she wasn't next.
continent.
Hey, wait a second. Wait a second. This is content right here. Christina, what are you about to say?
I'm sorry, I
Oh,
didn't
you
mean to
for going to
interrupt like
hell.
that. I didn't
Yeah.
really didn't mean to
No,
interrupt
Black.
like that.
What a
But
girl like
it
you
is
are.
it
No,
is
Oh,
something
seriously,
to
let
Black.
it
look
get that
at.
off.
It is something.
Sisters, yes, I'm going to hell. I'm not playing about that. I literally have no care about it either. Because if it's real, then that hope is poke. See, I'm not gonna start. Christina, I want you to get that off. What do you have to say? What are you about to say right now? It sounds like you're about to say something.
I was just supporting an intriguing thought that if you're looking at the continent of Africa and the history of Africa and everything that Africans have gone through and why they left, that is an intriguing thought for a Black American with all the things that we've gone through. We've never thought to leave. We've chosen not to leave.
Yes,
That's
we have.
not the answer for us. Is to go find wealth, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness in another country. So
Yes, we have.
I understand to say I was looking at the African history to
Wait a
figure
second,
out where they went wrong because they still haven't been able to take over any
sister.
country in
Sister, wait a
Africa.
second.
And
Wait a second.
Egypt has
Let
completely
me
been
ask you a question.
gentrified to
And
where
that's what
there's
I
no
mean by
such thing
Black
as a black
Americans not
there's
knowing
no such
history.
thing as a black
Wait a
Black
Egyptian
Americans traveled
anymore. They're
all.
white.
second. Give me a second. I'm speaking. Christina, calm down. I'm speaking. I don't feel like yelling right now. I'll feel like yelling in maybe like an hour. Christina, uh, are you African? Are you African American or are you indigenous?
No,
Tell me now.
I'm Black American
Oh,
and
no. I didn't ask you Black American specifically for a reason. Are you African American or are you indigenous American? Answer that question for me.
oh, I would be if in that context I'd be considered indigenous.
This sister is an Indian. No wonder Rondo was running your ass down. I don't know who you niggas are. I don't know niggas on this app. Like you niggas that don't get on the stage all the time. No disrespect to the folks that don't get on the stage all the time. I mean, absolutely no disrespect. You are just as important as the niggas that get on the stage all the time spewing all this ignorant shit. You're probably more important because some of you might have ignorant shit to say and you stay off the stage. That's actually, you're more important because you understand this shit ain't safe. Um, Sister Christine, you're up here talking about you're ready to die for your people. What people are you ready to die for? Are they indigenous Americans or are they African Americans? Tell me, sister.
Okay. I think who did you boycott today pointed out
No,
that
no, 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 no,
Uh,
no. This ain't got nothing to do with my sister who did you boycott. She knows she's African. She knows she's African. She's just having a trip on the internet. She's just falling in a rabbit hole. And Brother Black, I'm digging down. See, for certain people like her, I'm gonna dig down in that hole. And I'm gonna pull up who I can pull up. And I don't think she's that far down. She knows you niggas are crazy for calling yourselves all these different names. She understands that bit. So she's not that bad off. She's just here to defend you all because she just doesn't know all the negative shit these niggas have done on this app. She doesn't understand it. She doesn't get it. But Sister Christine, you're part of those niggas. You're part of those niggas who have caused a lot of problems on this app. Because you indigenous niggas are the problem. You niggas that are indigenous to America, that are African American. Somehow you're indigenous, but you're African. Somehow you're indigenous, but your people came here the same way my people came here. Your people dealt with the same history my people dealt with. Your people were called the same names my people were called. Somehow you're indigenous though. Sister.
Okay,
When you
wait.
think
Can you like?
about sister, I have a question. I know I just went through a whole spiel. That's what I do sometimes. You have awakened me. Sister, are you fighting for indigenous Americans or African Americans? Tell me, sister.
Are you gonna let me talk?
Answer that question. I just want you to answer
What
the
if I
question.
try to answer the question? Are you gonna let me answer? Are you gonna
Yes,
cut me off
I'm
when you
allowing
feel
you
the
to
right time to cut
listen.
me off?
Don't battle back with me. This is a waste
Because
of
I'll
time.
land my plane. Will you let me answer your question till I land my
Just
plane?
don't battle back with me. Just go
I'm
ahead.
trying not to, but I don't want to start if I'm not going to be able to finish.
I'm
Honestly,
not gonna
like if you
allow
don't
you
cut me off for a show, then
to
I don't want to
dictate
talk.
my
I don't want to
space. Just
participate.
go ahead. It's a
Okay,
simple question.
this is how I feel about my lineage. Is that however far back I can trace my lineage, I'm very much educated and very much aware of how slavery, different the black diaspora came to be in slavery with because of skin color. You know what I'm saying? I understand that, but I do feel that from slavery forward, Black Americans were made, created, and a new culture was formed. And we are a superpower. America is a superpower that we created. That now, 400 or 500 years later, we are a new culture. We are a new race. We are Black Americans. So if we want to talk about the caveman and we want to go back to Pangea when everybody was all continents were connected, then I'm like, yeah, we can all just keep going back in time, back in time, back in time. But I have chosen to put my loyalty.
This is too much. Sister Christina, I'm gonna leave you on the stage because um, I don't know why. I really don't know why I'm going to leave you on the stage, other than the fact that you you niggas that are anti-black, you are the funniest niggas on this app. Like you niggas are literally the funniest niggas on the app. And when I spend too much time with niggas that I already agree with, sometimes we get tired out quick because we're just running you niggas down without you being on the stage. You're on the stage. And I must say, I appreciate you for that. I must say, because these niggas ain't brave enough to be on this stage anymore. They're just not. And you're stealing somebody else's identity. I mean, that's just the facts of it. And it's sick. It's sick to hear. But it's funny because this is Twitter Spaces, so fuck it. What's happening? Shut up, Verano.
It's good. Man, I just want these Indian niggas to pick a side, man. Listen, stay there. You already picked a side, actually. Just stay over there. You indigenous. You're not black. You're not African. You're not us. That's cool.
But I like Christina's voice.
That's the thing with she said
That's why
we get caught up on the voices.
I do like your
We get
voice,
caught up on the
Christina. Don't be putting
age.
your thumbs
We
down. I told you
we
a couple of weeks ago I like your voice.
we get caught up on the age, and we like, all right, now, well, this is a sister. Then she
She
tell
got
her
black.
this shit,
She
and
got
then
black with her
hold
voice.
up, we'll give her the grace to say this is our sister. After 20 minutes of straight babble, and then at the 25th minute, she'll tell us that she not even our fucking sister. She indigenous. So we just wasted 25 minutes
Oh
on a
yeah,
whole fucking a person that's a whole different race. We just wasted time on a whole different race. So then now we off code.
yeah. She had black. Black said he gonna keep on the stage and he didn't know why. I'm telling you, it's her voice. She got a nice voice. Ain't nothing wrong with that. She's pretty cool actually. Until she until you go down the rabbit hole with her. And then you mess around and I don't know what you end up. But other than that, she pretty cool. I like Christina. Man, I like everybody, man. I just think niggas is crazy. Niggas are gonna be crazy to me until you decide to watch the people that created this app, that created social media, that has you where you at right now. And if you don't watch the shows that I've told you to watch. It got so bad that Jack Dorsey sold it. It got so bad that Elon Musk was gonna get sued if he didn't buy it. It's that bad, and you don't think you're a part of it. You don't really see where you
Don't
play.
disrespect me about my voice or the fact that I speak.
Girl, I said I like your voice. Now, how's that disrespectful? Now, you got to be able to take uh something nice when somebody is saying something nice to you. You got a pretty voice. That is a compliment. Go ahead, Christian.
Do not think that disrespecting my mind and then saying I should be happy that I have a pretty voice is going to make me okay with the fact that my ancestors were slaves. And I'm sorry about that, but I am fighting for them today. And I'm working for reparations so that I can get the life that I should have gotten if they were actually paid for what they did. And because I choose and I made a choice not to tell you specifically where my lineage goes, because it really doesn't matter. The point is that I'm focused on my family for the past 500 years. And that's all that matters because we created a new culture, a new life, a new society. We have 5 different cuisines that is not over anywhere around
Why
the
are you
world.
begging for reparations?
So I
Right,
am
and
proud
isn't
to
she
be
Okay,
a
half
Black
white? Like,
American. I am
didn't she
proud to
like
be a Black
complain about being
American.
mixed?
And if you,
shut
I'm
up.
proud to be a
Shut
Black
up and let
American.
me
And
Nah,
don't
she
answer.
was
insult
a
me
black
by
You're
having a
American the
pretty
other
indigenous, but
face
space.
now
or a
you're
pretty
proud to
voice.
be
Okay,
a
I
black
will
American.
change.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, Nitra. Nitra finna go off. PM finna go off too. I can feel it.
Yeah, let him go off. Let him go off. Cause you
You
tried to give
niggas,
her a compliment. She ain't even take your shit.
Yeah,
you,
but
Niggas
listen,
is these Indians is ungrateful.
hey, you
listen.
niggas been
Motherfucker, let
back
her
up
get
here.
ran the fuck down.
I
Hey,
don't
you
think
niggas
she
been
thinks
back
she
up
don't
in less than
claim
5 minutes. You niggas.
it's already hot, ain't it?
Let
She's
her
not.
get ran the fuck down.
She ain't claiming Indian, is she?
Yeah, she just said she indigenous. That's what I'm saying. They flip flop it.
Hold on, but when she's saying indigenous, she don't
They
mean
black.
Indian.
When they
Christina,
talk
Christina, you don't.
when they talking to us, they black. And but then they'll switch
Christina,
Right.
you
to
is
don't.
this
Right,
indigenous.
because before she was FBA and she was
wait?
crying that
Is this
FBA
the
kicked her
whole?
out
No
because
way,
she was
meaning
mixed
that
with
my
it. One of her
ancestors or
parents
my
is
ancestors
not
built
like
this
American. One
country.
of her parents is an immigrant.
I
So
don't want to
FBA
hear
My
kicked
what
her
you
out.
parents,
So
arguing.
then she became
my
the
ancestors
pretendian
built this
after that. So
country.
that's
You can
what
pick and
happened.
choose whatever.
Yeah, because she's not. She don't claim FBA either. I
Hold
think
up, hold up.
I
One of
listen.
her
I've
parents,
heard
hold up,
Christina.
Pen. One of her parents is an Indian, yo. I mean, I'm not an Indian immigrant.
Christina,
One of your parents is the
Christina, answer these questions for me. I'm getting worried. I'm getting really worried.
one of your parents is an immigrant.
Uh,
Yes, so, yeah. So
You
what
should
happened
be
was I didn't
worried.
say she was
She
FBA
said
set up. I said
she
she
got a
tried, and then she
superpower,
held
but
this
she
space
begging for fucking
crying because
reparations.
FBA disrespected her. Right?
Superpower
They
your
disrespected her
reparations.
because she was
What the
mixed. They
fuck?
found out that one of her parents was an immigrant. That's what happened, and then she started
You
saying
can't
she was a
find out.
pretendian.
Look at me.
So
What do you
that's
mean
what
find out
happened.
that I'm not one of my that I'm mixed?
You
Look at
said it.
me.
You
You can
admitted it
tell I'm
in
mixed.
a
Superpower your
space.
God damn.
I know Christina's mixed
Don't that
now because I
always
can tell
happen?
she's mixed.
Don't that
That don't
always
bother
happen?
us, do it?
Don't that shit always fucking happen, yo? It's always the fucking mixed breeds. The most
See,
anti-blacks. God damn. Just be mixed, nigga. Fuck you. You wanna be all switches jumping on niggas' business, being anti-black? Yo, you can't be both. You can't be mixed and anti-black. You
And I'm
supposed to be
starting to lose all my friends on Twitter.
nah, she
Christina,
supposed to be humble, man. She supposed to be humble as shit in here. This nigga,
Chris,
this nigga talking
Christina
about,
been
she said,
Christina's been pretty cool.
I can't get over this. She said that another black person wasn't in tune with the black people. And come to find out, she fucking mixed. Yo, this shit is weird as shit. This shit the Twilight Zone, man.
Now I knew Christina was mixed. I
I
mean, she
mean,
don't
she
have a
don't even
picture.
sound, all right, yeah, of course she sound, yes. But just for the shit to be confirmed, cause she tried to put on some shit where it's, oh, I got a nice, well, people talk nice, like she just proper, and now we. My thing is this: why be anti-black? God damn.
Have y'all started the Hunger Games? Because I don't want to be a part of it. Seriously.
No, the Hunger Games have not started yet.
Okay, because
Shut
You
up.
know
that
what it be, Vano? They be
that
having to
sounded like the
It
overcompensate
will
Hunger
for the
not.
other
Games.
side of blackness. They be having to
It
overcompensate.
sounded
That's why
like
it
the
become
Hunger Games.
anti-black.
Not yet,
Not
Neutral.
They be trying to
shut
open, but
up.
then they end up
Shut
shining
up and
crazy.
Rondo is the co-host. It seems like the Hunger Games.
Yeah,
Don't pull me in. That's
these are-
all
they
I'm
brought
saying.
their energy. They were laid back in the cut.
Neutral. It won't be
So
us.
it ain't heard the end. They
Oh,
they
It's
was
but
having
It's
always
always
I'm
Uncle
us.
Sir.
unaware.
no, you blaming me for something that the algorithms are doing to you.
Were you there?
No, this is AI. This is technology. You are not in the real world. You're now entered the metaverse. And this is the black side of the metaverse. This is not real. Everything that you're blaming black for and shut up for and Ronald, Christina's voice is made up. That's not her real voice. That is a metaverse voice. That is when you hear I forget her name, but because I knew her name, but who did you boycott today? This is Twitter. This is all computerized, y'all. Right now, go look in the mirror and pinch yourself. Make sure you still living. It's a chance that you died 3 days ago and you don't know it. When's the last time any of y'all ate a meal? Did you go outside today? Did you take a shower? Christina, I like your voice.
Yo, no, I'm actually do feel good.
Fucking with.
I feel better because
Shut up today.
This
is not.
I was like unaware that I had any issues with FBA, but you know
You
what?
had a whole space about sis. What are you talking about?
I
You
didn't
literally
know
had
it
a
was
space.
FBA. I didn't know who that was.
I'm
Because
serious.
I know that there's a
Yeah,
whole lot
we
of
were in the
people who
space with
don't
her. She
like
gave us
me.
the mic, right?
You
There's a
didn't know who
whole
it
lot of
was.
people who don't like
What you mean
me.
you didn't know who it was?
I don't know what's happening.
How did she not know who she was arguing with, Black?
Man, I don't want to hear that sister story right now. We can get back to that. I know what she's talking about. I don't know what you niggas that made this into. She's half white. That's what I heard. I heard that she's half white. Let's see. That drives into my stereotype about these biracials.
Hold up, and she half white. She not even half Mexican. She was talking to Southern California. She at least could have been half Mexican. She half white, so she the female Black Wall Street. This is the female Black Wall Street. Cause she's half white. She claiming that. She claiming to half white. But when it come to the black side, she indigenous.
That's crazy.
Man,
That's
I
crazy.
gotta find my brother Darren.
Nah, yo.
No,
Darren
that's
joined.
deep.
Darren
That,
joined up with
wait a
security
second.
tribe.
That's deep what Ronald just said right there. She's claiming the white, but the black, she has to make something up.
She's indigenous. So she's not even us.
Let's hear a story. I want to hear a story.
Get back to her story
Shut
after
up.
a
Yo,
while.
listen, man. Yo, shut up is that's my nigga though. Shut up, my nigga. Listen, shut up
Yep.
so much of my nigga that when he bring these type of niggas around, I just listen to him the whole time. I'm in the background
Yep.
like, yo, shut up, got us just some bullshit. Cause listen, normally I'm getting ran down in the DMs, like fucking with shut up. Like I done got ran down in the DMs by Shogun, Dion. I think Vanna got on me one night, all cause of shut up. And his motherfucking friends. And his friends, boy. That's my nigga though. Christina, yo, you got us off code right now, Christina. You got us all off code.
All off cold. And you have one.
God damn.
I thought she was light skinned. I looked at the sister. I just
I'm
thought she
not
was regular
white.
light skin.
Yeah, I didn't
I'm
say
not
she was half
white.
Conversation
white.
is
I said
not
her
gonna be
I'm
one of her
not half
parents is
white.
not from
No,
America. She
and that's
told
why.
us.
No, I'm not
Oh
half
my god.
white. I never said I was white. That's why I know I'm not white. I'm not white. I never said I was white. That's why I
Shut
know
up.
I
I
never
You
didn't
said I
know
was
say
you
you
white.
were
have a
right.
revolution.
So that's super hysterical. I was giggling when when you guys were talking about that
Shut
because
up is not a part of the
you guys came up with
revolution.
that, and I've been
At
at a
all.
college reading level since I was 9. so I know I don't talk like you guys. I've never talked like anybody ever.
Who is you?
But
Wait, what? What are you talking
well,
about?
because
You
for
think
the
it's
reason
superior? Are
why
you
I
serious?
talk is an issue. Why I talk is how I
That's
talk is an
anti-black.
issue. And
It
see,
is
my hair's not
anti-black. That's a
blonde.
weird
That's
shit. What does
gray
she think
hair.
that? How does she
No, hold
assume that
on.
she's above the?
Or
See,
I'll take it.
you guys is what got that's what got Kanye messed up. Got to watch those words, Christina. Come on now, bring it home. You know I like your voice, but you start using those words, man. They're gonna put
Get
that
out of it.
They're gonna put that anti slogan on you. That thing is hard to get up off of you on Twitter. That thing is rough.
Shut up, gonna get us
okay,
all
the two
killed because
people,
he
yeah,
like a
it wasn't a
boy.
woman saying that it was white.